I hope you're enjoying the January Teaching Conference so far. Now we're moving on to the recognition portion. And so I'd like to welcome recently Dr. Dwyer, to the podium to play a short video. Thank you, Dr. Dye. Okay, now I'm going to ask the people who have won the Regents Award for TU nominees to come forward who are here with us just to get a small token of our recognition of your stellar performances that have resulted in you being selected as a TU nominee for a Regents Award. So first up, would Michelle Snyder please come up? Next, could Dr. Hendy please come forward? And now, Dr. Maxwell, please. And finally, would Dr. Jerome please come forward? Now I'd like to ask Dr. Abby Mello to please come forward for the next round of presentations.
Hi, I'm here to present the awards from the Office of Academic Innovation. This is the 2019 OAI Innovation Teaching Award. This honors faculty who have implemented outstanding innovative teaching approaches shown to increase student learning and success. Innovative teaching is broadly defined and may include the use of new instructional technologies, the use of traditional technologies in creative ways, novel approaches to instruction, and new ways to engage students in the learning process. This year's award focused on innovative projects conducted by individuals and groups of individuals. Our winners were nominated by their peers and completed an extensive proposal describing their innovative procedure, its impact on student success, and how it supports the broader university goals. An award committee was comprised of 9 faculty and librarians across campus. They evaluated the proposals and chose the winners today. You can find a complete list of the committee members in your program. I'm Dr. Abby Mello. I'm an associate professor of psychology, and I'm also the graduate program director for the Human Resource Development Master's Program. I've served on this award committee for 4 years. It is rewarding and inspiring to see the hard work and creativity our faculty are using to impact our students. Every year, the committee reviews many exciting proposals from across the university, and today we have 5 winners for you. One at a time, I'm going to announce the title of the project and the winners' names of the team or individual. We'll play a video clip describing what they did, and then I'll ask those who won the awards back onto the stage, and we'll present the awards. So here are your winners. The first proposal was Towson University students in the upheaval of the 1960s and 1970s. This was by Dr. Christian Koop, professor and chair of history, who is not here today, and Ms. Ashley Todd Diaz, head of special collections and university archives at the library.
What we're trying to figure out how to do is to get Towson freshmen interested in history. One of the great ways to do that is to allow them to experience the stuff of history. We decided to use the archive as a lab, to bring students in, to allow them to investigate, to allow their research to go where it would, and to allow them to understand what it is and how it is that historians work.
The students had 2,000 linear feet of archival material about the history of Towson to dive into. So if they were interested in sororities, fraternities, student organizations, university presidents, the history of race on campus, they could look at yearbooks, newspapers, meeting minutes, correspondence, objects, photographs, anything that could help them connect dots to put their argument together.
We also wanted them to understand that history isn't just about presidents and kings and queens and wars, but is about people like them. So allowing them to study the history of students from the 1960s and 70s, students that were just like them, hopefully allows them to see that they're part of history too.
All right, please welcome Ms. Ashley Todd Diaz. Our next award winner was Open Educational Resources, Active Learning, and Gamified Simulations in an Online Setting by Dr. Yongchen Zhao, Assistant Professor of Economics.
Well, the course is about macroeconomics, which means the study of the economy as a whole. One difficulty with teaching that is there's no personal experience to relate to, because it's all about policy at the grand scale. In order to make students learn better, learn more effectively, we need to have certain active elements in the course to create that interaction so students can see how the knowledge they learn in the classroom gets applied. In the simulation game we do at the end of the semester, students have a choice from 3 countries that are experiencing troubles with their economy. They get to pick one, diagnose the problem, and identify a policy solution to the problem. One of the arguably more innovative way open educational resources are used in this course is rather than taking a static textbook and give it to the students for free, I adapt and reorganize materials in the textbook, turn them into web-based learning modules following the latest responsive web design principles, and I inserted interactive elements like YouTube videos and my own comments and highlights into the learning modules so students can learn whenever they want through whatever device they have.
The next award goes to Technology Delivered Instruction in Teaching HRM, Dr. Nyong Hendy, Associate Professor of Management.
Well, this project is about how to understand the role of the HR manager and also how to improve the company performance by implementing certain HR practices. Yeah, it's very difficult when you teach an HR class because HR is a regulated profession. It's such a distant concept. Students will have to make decisions, including how to staff the company, how to pay the employees, how to give employee benefits. Students will be able to see the impact of that decision right away by entering the data into the simulation screen. I think the most important benefit of using the simulation is to allow students to be active learners and to learn the importance of having a business acumen.
Please welcome Dr. Hendy for her second award today. All right, our fourth winner, Acting the Part, Psychiatric Nursing Simulation. This was Ms. Mary Sharon Curran, Clinical Associate Professor of Nursing, Ms. Tara Ryan, Clinical Associate Professor and Simulation Lab Coordinator in Nursing, and Dr. Brianna Snyder, Assistant Professor of Nursing.
In teaching psychiatric nursing students, we wanted to create an environment where the students could practice safe therapeutic communication in a setting that mirrors reality. So I sought volunteers in the community that really portrayed patients. Essentially, we're volunteer actors. In nursing, we call those standardized patients. So I used some rooms in the University Union, and I simulated a hospital and a community healthcare setting.
2 students are simulating at a time, and students who are not simulating are watching the simulation and the scenario on a live feed. Students respond in a very genuine and positive way. Many students report that they forget that it was a simulation altogether. Students experience raw emotion in these scenarios, and the debriefing space is a safe space for us to unpack all this and talk about it.
Please welcome Ms. Curran and Dr. Snyder. All right, and our final winner, Evidence-Based Thinking in Towson Seminar, Dr. Rebecca Scharbgel, and Associate Professor, Education, Department of Educational Technology and Literacy, Dr. Lisa Twist, Lecturer, Department of Education, Technology and Literacy.
So we teach Towson Seminar, and we noticed that our students had a real difficulty providing substantial evidence for an argument. So for example, if they read an article for homework and they came to class and we asked them to defend a point of view, they really struggled to go beyond a single sentence. So to respond to this student struggle, we created a typology of evidence that showed students that they could mine different types of sources in order to build their argument.
Well, we created lessons that were relevant and practical and engaging. And so, for example, one lesson that we came up with is called the Bubba Murder Mystery, where students come to class and they find a stuffed fake chimpanzee in the classroom, and evidence is around the room. And so students are tasked with finding out, through the use of the evidence that's there and not there, what might have happened.
So students no longer brought in a single sentence to support an argument. They could write paragraphs and paragraphs, mining different types of sources, synthesizing the sources in order to create a more cogent argument. And moreover, they transferred these skills into their personal lives so that when they read information on social media that their friends posted, they no longer believed everything they read.
Please welcome Dr. Shargel and Dr. Twist. Congratulations to the winners, and thank you to the Awards Committee and the Office of Academic Innovation. If you or someone you know is teaching in an innovative way, please consider submitting a nomination for this award next year. The call for proposals will come out in the early fall. Thank you all so much.